wrote your holy name on every tear. I'm at your door, I'm at your door, and I am knocking, pleading, let me into your remorse. If you turn away from me, I will lose my only hope, my only hope. Heart, I will shackle you in chains. If you forget Hussein's name, I will sever from you then. Eyes, I will deny you light years. If you cannot shed a tear, seeing the head on a spear. Chest, I dare you if you would dare, call out anyone else there, I would deny from you air. He is all I have ever known. My heart is under his dome, beating for Arba'in. Oh, Yemen, lend me your holy hand, moment. Take me to your land, moment. Allow me to breathe moments. Hussein, Hussein, I am here to see the moon in all its glory. I am here again to listen to your story. I am here to close my eyes and drift away in a far-off memory of that tragic day. They say death surrounded you, so I came running to you, to be with the millions of lovers who came. They call your name, they call your name. Everywhere I look, I hear the people crying Hussein, with a hand on their heart and one hand is wiping the pain, crying Hussein. Oh, Yemen, Dunya Yemen, Allahumma ja'al mahyaya mahya Yemen. من برای تو گریه می کنم، تو برای من، آقای من. I am the dust beneath the dust of your land. I am a beggar to you, I'm reaching my hand. You are the sun behind the cloud, though far you are near. Even if I don't see you, I know you are there. I am drowning, you're the air, you're my comfort in my fear. And I wrote your holy name on every tear. I'm at your door, I'm at your door, and I am knocking, pleading, let me into your remorse. If you turn away from me, I will lose my only hope, my only hope. Heart, I will shackle you in chains. If you forget Hussein's name, I will sever from you then. Wrote your holy name on every tear. I'm at your door, I'm at your door, and I am am knocking, pleading, let me into your remorse. If you turn away from me, I will lose my only hope, my only hope. Heart, I will shackle you in chains. If you forget Hussein's name, I will sever from you veins. Eyes, I will deny you light years. If you cannot shed a tear, seeing the head on a spear. Chest, I dare you if you would dare, call out anyone else there, I would deny from you air. He is all I have ever known. My heart is under his dome, beating for Arba'in. Oh, Yemen, lend me your holy hand, moment. Take me to your land, moment. Allow me to breathe moments. Hussein, Hussein, I am here to see the moon in all its glory. I am here again to listen to your story. I am here to close my eyes and drift away in a far-off memory of that tragic day. They say death surrounded you, so I came running to you, to be with the millions of lovers who came. They call your name, they call your name. Everywhere I look, I hear the people crying Hussein, with a hand on their heart and one hand is wiping the pain, crying Hussein. Oh, Yemen, Dunya Yemen, Allahumma ja'al mahyaya mahya Yemen. من برای تو گریه می کنم، تو برای من، آقای من. I am the dust beneath the dust of your land. I am a beggar to you, I'm reaching my hand. You are the sun behind the cloud, though far you are near. Even if I don't see you, I know you are there. I am drowning, you're the air, you're my comfort in my fear. And I wrote your holy name on every tear. I'm at your door, I'm at your door, and I am knocking, pleading, let me into your remorse. If you turn away from me, I will lose my only hope, my only hope. Heart, I will shackle you in chains. If you forget Hussein's name, I will sever from you the your
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. السلام علیکم و رحمت الله و barakatuh. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us another chance and another week to be at Masjid al-Rasul. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all your prayers, inshallah. We will start off our program tonight with recitation of Quran, verses 272 through 276 of Surah Mubarakeh Baqarah, which will be recited by Brother Ajagay Abbasi, inshallah. The Farsi translation will be recited by Brother Amir Hussein, and the English translation will be recited by Brother Zakriya Amili, inshallah. On the second session of our tonight's program, so far I don't have any articles by brothers or sisters. If we don't have anything, we will go over the announcement. And on the third session, we will have Ajaga Modarres' speech, inshallah. The title of his speech is The Consequences of Sin, which has been started last week. And Ajaga will elaborate on that and continue on the same topic tonight as well, inshallah. از محترم آقای عباسی خواهش میکنیم که تشریف بیارن و آیه 272 تا 276 سوره مبارکه بقره را تلاوت بکنن. سرسلامتی خودتان و آقای عباسی صلوات محمد پسند ختم بفرمایید عزیزان.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ليس عليك هداهم ولكن الله يهدي من يشاء وما تنفقوا من خير فلأنفسكم وما تنفقون إلا ابتغاء وجه الله وما تنفقوا من خير يوفى إليكم وأنتم لا تظلمون للفقراء الذين أحصروا في سبيل الله لا يستطيعون ضربا في الأرض يحسبهم الجاهل أغنياء من التعفف تعرفهم بسيماهم لا يسألون الناس إلهافا وما تنفقوا من خير فإن الله به عليم الذين ينفقون أموالهم بالليل والنهار سرا وعلانية فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون الذين يأكلون الربا لا يقومون إلا كما يقوم الذي يتخبطه الشيطان من المس ذلك بأنهم قالوا إنما البيع مثل الربا وأحل الله البيع وحرم الربا فمن جاءه موعظة من ربه فانتهى فله ما سلف وأمره إلى الله ومن عاد فأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون صدق الله العلی العظیم. صلوات.
به نام خدا. هدایت آنان بر عهده تو نیست، بلکه خدا هر که را می‌خواهد هدایت می‌کند و هر چیز خوبی را که انفاق می‌کنید به سود نفس خود شماست و جز برای خوشنودی خدا انفاق نکنید و هر چیز خوب که انفاق کنید پاداش آن به شما خواهد رسید و بر شما ستم نخواهد شد. صدقه از آن نیازمندان است، آنان که در راه خدا از مسافرت باز مانده‌اند و نمی‌توانند برای جستجوی معاش در زمین بگردند. نادان آنها را به سبب عزت نفسشان توانگر می‌پردازد. آنان را از سیمایشان خواهی شناخت. از مردم به اسرارالحال چیزی نمی‌طلبند و هر چیز خوبی انفاق کنید به یقین خدا آن را می‌داند. آنان که اموال خود را شب و روز در نهان و آشکار انفاق می‌کنند پاداش آنها نزد پروردگارشان است. نه بیمی خواهند داشت و نه غمگین خواهند شد. آنان که ربا می‌خورند در روز رستاخیز بر نخواهند خاست، مگر مانند کسی که شیطان با لمس کردن او را دیوانه کرده است. و این بدان سبب است که میگویند داد و ستد نیز چون رباست، اما خدا داد و ستد را حلال و ربا را حرام کرده است. و آنان که پس از دریافت تذکر و اندرز پروردگارشان از رباخواری باز می‌ایستند، کارهای پیشین آنها گذشت خواهد شد و داوری کارهایشان با خداست. ولی کسانی که بدان کار باز می‌گردند اهل آتشند و در آن خواهند ماند. خدا ربا را از هر برکتی بی بهره خواهد کرد، اما صدقه ها را افزونی خواهد بخشید و خدا هیچ ناسپاس گناهکار را دوست ندارد. صلوات.
It is not up to you to guide them. Rather, it is Allah who guides whoever He wishes. Whatever wealth you spend, it is in your own benefit, as you do not spend but to seek Allah's pleasure. And whatever wealth you spend will be paid back to you in full, and you will not be wronged. The charities are for the poor who are straitened in the way of Allah, not capable of moving about the land for trade. The unaware suppose them to be well off because of their reserve. You recognize them by their remarks. They do not ask the people importantly, and whatever wealth you may spend, Allah indeed knows it. Those whoever give their wealth by night and day, secretly and openly, they shall have their own reward near their Lord. And those will have no fear, nor will they grieve. Those who exact usury will not understand. But like one deranged by the devil's touch. This is because they say, trade is just like usury, while Allah has allowed trade and forbidden usury. Whoever, one receiving advice from his Lord, will
questions. Why? So Allah says to Prophet, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ. They ask you about the intoxicant concerning wine and any other intoxicant. وَالْمَيْسِرِ. Maysir is a tool of gambling. So back then, it could have been drawing arrows from quiver, randomly choosing people, or it could be literally playing with chess, different ways of gamble. They will ask you about these. This is the response that Allah is a great sin, ithmun kabir. And this is Allah describing something as great and big. This is a big deal. Allah acknowledges that there are benefits. There are benefits for people, profits for people. Naf ithmuhuma akbaru min naf'ihima. But the sinfulness of them, the harm of them, the damage of them is greater than their benefit. This gives us a very important rule in life. And that is the topic and the subject that we have to always think about is pros and cons, right? Is about profit and loss. Is about what is known as the analysis that we do, right? Is kind of the cost analysis of an action. What are we gaining and what are we losing? So Allah than the benefit. Say all that is intoxication, stay away from gambling because of this. I did the analysis of what are you gaining and what are you losing. تَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Then Allah ends that you may reflect, that you may use your thinking and tafakkur, reflection, as a power to figure out why. One thing I want to be clear, when anyone should drink, if you debate them, they don't have anything on their side beside desire. Because again, I give you a list of a statistic right now. This is according to National Institute, NIH, on alcohol abuse and alcoholism. This is a government agency. So according to them, this is from 2019, one of the last time that they were able to do this study. 85% of people ages over 18 and above, they reported that they consume alcohol. Of course, we're talking about alcohol consumption. It's okay, it used to be something for a certain type of people. This is, which means excessive drinking. What percentage? 25%. This is, again, is not at a small percentage. These are people willingly said, yes, last week or last month, I did binge drinking. I consume a lot of alcohol, more than what is considered to be average or accepted or normal. Once again, from 2006 to 2014, there has been 47% increase in alcohol-related emergency visit and death. from 2006 to 2014. The damage is much greater than benefit. When we talk about money, what industry is this? In 2016, 3 million deaths, or almost more than 5% of the global death, was attributed to alcohol consumption. How many? You may say, yeah, but people die from heart attack, people die from cancer, people die from other things. Some of those are depending on so many things, genetics, right? On your lifestyle. But to consume alcohol is really a choice. It's not that you can make a choice, I decide not to get cancer. You can reduce the risk of it, you can reduce the chance of some type of cancers, but it's not something that is in many cases in your control. But with alcohol, it's really a choice in most cases. And again, according to the same study, in 2010, misuse of alcohol cost United States $249 billion. Misuse of it. That people end up, we're talking about government and law enforcement controlling when it comes to UI, when it comes to the driving under effect, right? DUI, driving under the influence of alcohol, or when it comes to hospitals or different part of the government have to spend for people who have these kind of repercussion or the consequences of consuming alcohol. And much more to be said. And right now, again, according to the same study, we're looking at 14.5 million people aged 12 and older who had some kind of alcohol use disorder. This is kids over the age of 12. 14.5 million people. And again, if I want to go through all the study, it's going to take a long time. But it should become لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Allah said, you may reflect on this. If something, again, some actions, you need a lot of reasoning. Why should I wake up for Fajr, for morning prayer? I have to, disturb my sleep and all that. Again, maybe we need a lot of a spiritual reasoning behind it, understanding the purpose of prayer, the benefit of it and all that. But with alcohol consumption, there should not be much of an issue. Because even the data and all the studies is in favor of knowing that the benefit of making alcohol or making intoxication haram, because ultimately it has a lot of repercussion, a lot of consequences that comes with it. So if I want to go to the traditions, the long list of tradition about how dangerous alcohol is. One of the famous one that Imam wants to emphasize on the danger of alcohol or wine or drinking in general. Said, of course, this is not a fiqhi rule that people use it for purpose. People pour some alcohol and some wine in this well. And from that water, they water a tree. And that tree produces an apple or a fruit. All stay away from that fruit. Is it fiqhi? No. You can have that fruit. There's nothing wrong with it. It's halal, it's tahir. But Imam wants to talk about not to normalize consuming alcohol. People ask me, beer, battered fish, or that food and that meal, alcohol evaporates. And I ask them always, are you sure? Is it 100%? Yeah, it's fire and everything. Ultimate rule is for us. We can take it, we can ignore it, we can be strict about it, we can be loose about it. The choice is ours. But one thing we should be careful. Once we start ignoring these rules and laws, eventually less and less. The harm that they have becomes less and less, because the image out there What matters at the end of their concern. Read the clarification, but not even tolerate it. Same person, 5 years down the road, it's not a big deal, Sheikh. And you should just listen to the justification. You know, beer has less alcohol than a night cool. So, okay, is that it? So, yeah. Why is the big deal? Night cool has more alcohol. Or alcohol is in the nature. In the fruit, there is alcohol. And my point to him is, my brother, who are you trying to convince, me or yourself? If it's me, I never said alcohol as a compound, as a chemical compound is haram. Obviously, what we talk about is something that is intoxicant. We're talking about alcoholic beverages, not alcohol as what it is. That's why when it comes to alcohol, rubbing alcohol and things like that, they're not najis. Liquor, alcohol, even if the name is liquor in it, it doesn't have any of that. Do your own homework. I remember a long time ago we were talking about kombucha tea, right? It's tea. It's kombucha. Why we care about it? When you read, actually, it said, okay, if this kombucha is not refrigerated well, if it's been under the sun, because of fermentation, it adds on the percentage of alcohol and you cannot sell it anymore. Because then it becomes an alcoholic beverage, it has to be over 21. All of them are like that. I do not know. All the companies are like that. I do not know. But do your homework. Because ultimately we pay the price. Shamelessness comes, Imam Ali salam said, one of the sins that make us shameless is drinking. Imagine, once I start normalizing consuming alcohol or alcoholic beverage or things like that. Next step, why am I even wasting my time with prayers?